Good morning, students. Myself Akash Narvaya. Welcome to the internship 4th. So now we are going to today we are going to see a chapter of science, chapter number 6, that is measurement of physical quantities. So before going to the chapter, tell me something. In our daily life, we are very familiar with this topic. Like in our daily life, we do many things. Like we buy vegetables from a market, we buy milk from a dairy. If we have fever, we go to the doctor. What we do when we go to a market to buy a vegetable, we go to a shopkeeper and we ask for a vegetable, their price, and we get that vegetable in some units. What are that units? Next one is that we went to a dairy and we asked for a milk. So the unit for the milk is different. We get milk in a liters, we get vegetable in a kg. So what is that kg and liters? That are the nothing but physical quantities to measure some things or to measure some different object. Like in our day-to-day life, we buy some fruits like apple, orange. How we can get? We get the fruits and vegetable in kgs or with the or in a dozen. So how we can calculate that fruits or vegetable? We, according to their mass, we are getting that fruits or vegetables, and according to the volume of a liquid like milk and drinks, we get uh, according to the volume of a liquid, we get that milk in a liter. So today we are going to see the physical quantities. Physical quantities. So for better understanding of this topic, we are going to move towards the PPT. Let's move towards the PPT. Student, these are some examples of measurement in our daily life. So first example is measurement of mass. Like in this picture, the weighing of fruits are going on and we get the fruits in the mass. And in second diagram, we see that the milk is given to a customer and that the measurement of the milk is in a volume. Another example is if we want to stitch a cloth, first what we have to do, we have to give our measurement to a tailor, and the measurement is in a length. Now the fourth figure shows that the girl which is having thermometer in her mouth. Why this is happen? Because it is measuring the temperature of the body. So temperature is again a physical quantity. Now next is what is meant by physical quantities. A physical quantity is nothing but a quantity which can be measured. Means the thing which can be measured. For example, length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, light intensity, volume and many other things. A physical quantity is always measured of natural non-living object. It is the most important point of a physical quantity. We can measure physical quantity of only natural non-living objects. Physical quantities have numerical magnitude and units. For example, if the length of a student is 104 centimeter, then 104, it is the numerical magnitude and centimeter is the unit of that measurement. We can give another example of, like, if you are driving a bike at 74 kilometer per hour. So what is meant by 75? 75 is our numerical magnitude and kilometer per hour, km per hour is our physical unit. Next is the another example of physical unit is that when a grocer says that each sugar bag contains 5 kg, he is describing the numerical magnitude as well as the unit of measurement. It would be meaningless to state that 5 or kg only. In that 5 is nothing but the numerical value and kg is the unit of a sugar bag. Physical quantity are of two types. First is the base quantity and second one is a derived quantity. So first we will look over what is meant by base quantities. Base quantities are the quantities on the basis of which other quantities are expressed. Like in the example it is giving measuring tape or the scale. With the help of this, we can describe or we can calculate, we can express other quantities. There are 7 base quantities which are includes the length, mass, time, temperature, intensity of light and amount of the substances. Now what is meant by derived quantity? The derived quantities are the quantities which are expressed in terms of base quantities. These includes the area, volume, speed, force, work, energy, power and electric charge. Like if we want to calculate the area of rectangle, what we can say, area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Speed is given in a kilometer. So what is meant by SI units? The SI units is International System of Units. What is meant by unit? Once a standard is set for quantity, then it can be expressed in terms of that standard quantity. This standard quantity is called a unit. The 11th General Conference on Weight and Measure held in Paris in 1960 to adopt the worldwide system of measurement called the International System of Unit. So SI units are adopted in 1960 in Paris in the 11th General Conference on Weight and Measure. So how the base units are derived? Sorry, base units and derived units. The SI unit contains base units and derived units. The table shows us what is meant by the base units. So there is a quantity, unit and the symbol. So the quantity is length and its unit is meter, and it is the symbol of length meter is m. Mass is the quantity, it is the unit of a mass is kilogram and the symbol is kg. Third is temperature, unit is Kelvin, symbol is capital K. The fourth quantity is time, the unit of a time is second and the symbol is small s. Fifth quantity is amount of substances, its unit is mole and symbol is small mol. The sixth quantity is electric current, the unit of electric current is given in ampere and the symbol of electric current is A. The luminous intensity, the unit of luminous intensity is candela and the symbol of candela is small cd. Next is the derived units. Derived units are the unit used to measure the derived quantities. The quantities like volume, force, pressure and energy. So the first quantity is our volume and the unit of volume is liter and the symbol is capital N. The second quantity is force. The unit of force is Newton and the symbol of Newton is capital N. Third quantity is pressure. The unit of pressure is Pascal and the symbol of Pascal is Pa. Fourth is our energy. The energy unit is given in a joule and the symbol of joule in a capital J. The next is SI prefix. Prefix are the word or a letter which are added to the beginning of the word to make a new word. For an example, the word unhappy consists of the prefix un, which means not, and combine it with the stem word unhappy means I am not happy. So same as the above example, SI units have advantage that their multiples and submultiples can be expressed in the terms of prefix, like in this table. Like T stands for terabyte and the terabyte is written in 10 raised to 12. How 10 raised to 12 means it contains 12 0. Then after terabyte there is a G means giga, it contains 10 raised to 9, it contains 9 zeros. Then mega sorry mega contains 10 raised to 6, it contains 6 0. Then kilo, it contains 3 0. Hecto, deca, deci, centi, milli, micro and a nano. Same as the above, we get from nano, micro, milli, centi, deci, deca, hecto, kilo, mega, giga and a tera. These are nothing but the prefix. Like SI prefix, multiple and sub multiples. Like tera is given by 10 raised to 12 and the symbol of tera is T. gigabyte. Giga is nothing but 10 raised to 9 and symbol is capital G. Kilo 10 raised to 3, it is written in a small k. Milli is written 10 raised to minus 3 and the symbol is small m. Pico is 10 raised to minus 12. Pico is the smallest unit, that is 10 raised to, it has 10 raised to minus 12 size and the symbol is small p. Students, as we have seen the SI units are the international standard unit. It was developed in, it was get sanctioned in Paris in 1960. Before that, we have again two units, that is MKS and CGS. These are nothing but the standardized measurement. MKS and CGS. So in MKS, we calculate the distance, mass and time. Same as in CGS, we calculate the distance, mass and time. In MKS, the distance is measured in a meters, the mass is measured in kilogram, time is measured in a second. Same as in CGS, the distance is measured in a centimeters, mass is measured in a gram and time is measured in a second. These are the two important measure like SI units. So we can say from this topic that all the units are important to calculate the physical quantities. Again, there is one important point, the importance of a proper instrument. To measure something, we need proper instrument. If there is a mistake in calculating the measurement, the whole thing will get destroyed or we cannot get the result as we want. So the measurement is an important thing in this topic to calculate the physical quantities, and to measure the physical quantities we need to we need the proper and appropriate instrument. So students, today we have seen what is meant by physical quantities in our daily life, like mass, volume, temperature, length. To calculate, to build up a room, we need to calculate the length and height of the room. And same, after that we have seen there are two types of physical quantities, base and derived quantities. Base quantities are nothing but the quantities to calculate the base and to express the other quantities, and derived quantities are nothing but the quantities to express the base quantity or derived quantities. Hope you have understood this topic, and if you have any problem related to this topic, you can post your questions in a comment box. Thank you.